What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, afternoon, pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is the HASAN broadcast coming to you live from cold but still sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We're live and alive, and I hope all the boys, girls, and MBs are having a fantastic one because today's a beautiful day. Today is a wonderful day. Today is a special day. Did you watch PLURIBUS? I did. Claire's love interest is so, I don't know why, she's the finest lady on the planet to me. I find her to be so attractive. It's not a spoiler, man. Or Claire Carol. Fuck. Whatever. See? Not a spoiler. Zosia is my queen. Yeah, Zosia is so, she is such a babe, dude. I don't know what it is. Is she a babe? Is this like a lesbian babe standard? Am I attracted to lesbians? Is that what it is? Because I know there's like a mutual thing with lesbians. I know there's a mutual thing with lesbians because like every now and then there will be like lesbian Hasanabe heads on the timeline being like, I'm WLW all the way, but like Hasan does something to me, you know? And I don't know what it is, but it's just like ally. No, I think, no, you're attracted to cartoon characters, lol, bro. Wait, what are you talking about? This is not a cartoon character. This is a live action TV show that I'm watching. Lesbian face is actually researched. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Nobody says that unless they get paid 20K. Yeah, true. Marxist, Leninism, Maoism, MLM, which is WLW upside down. True. We're force femming you and it's working. I don't even know what it is that like people find attractive, lesbians find attractive about me. I'll be honest with you. Cause I feel like I'm very mask. So, are you talking about Clairo the musician? Is she a lesbian? Is Clairo the musician a lesbian? I mean, Clairo's very pretty, but that's not what I was thinking of at all. I was talking about Zosia from PLURIBUS. And then every now and then I'll see a TikTok of like a WLW person, you know, lesbian person talking about being a lesbian. I'm like, damn, I don't know, just does something to me. Your empathy makes you attracted to femme attracted persons, maybe. I don't know why we started here. And also me being attracted to Zosia, or me finding Zosia to be a beautiful dame doesn't have anything to do with anything. I just thought it was interesting, you know, like, because I don't know if the character is supposed to be designed for the female gaze, and it's me still finding something about that's very enticing, or I don't know what it is, you know? Yeah, there's a lot of news, and there's some personal news. I did an interview. That's the reason why I'm late. I did an interview with GQ about my China trip. You know, China is the next meta. China is the next wave. You know, like as far as vindication goes, you know how like my career is marked with different points of vindication where people come in at first with like a lot of heated opinions about whatever the fuck I'm saying, misunderstandings, and get upset. And you know, this last 2 years was obviously Israel. This upcoming decade will be people coming to terms with what I've been saying about China. Yeah, you paid the 20K again? Yeah, always. I think decade is too long term. People are already starting to get the impression that China is the new land of opportunity and fortune. I don't think it will be more than like 3 years before it's mainstream. Yeah, no, I think so too. I just meant like it'll take time for people. It won't be a decade. It'll take like a couple years, maybe less than 3 even. Especially for Gen Z and Gen Alpha, like they're already on the pro China tip. All right, what is this? Someone was saying that Maya's stands are actually cooking mine. Let's take a look.
Stands next to each other? I'm a lot like Wemby if you think about it.
Yeah, both Maoist too. Wemby Maoist Yama and Maoist Higa. So yeah, they're both Maoist famously. Yeah, the countryside surrounds the cities type shit. You already know. I mean, she literally does. She does live in the countryside and does unironically surround the cities. So yeah, why? How come my stands aren't making sick ass Mao edits or not Mao, sick ass Wemby Mao Yao Mao edits? Because you suck. Yeah, it's true. I do suck. We saw your game in China, bro. That's why. That's crazy. What is this? Why is Google trying to feed me this? Hassan Piker's China visit marshals the cliches of Western leftist Orientalism. What the fuck is New Bloom Mag? Radical perspectives on Taiwan and the Asia Pacific. Oh, come on, brother. Yeah. I happen to believe that Chinese people are cool and we should not wage war with China for no fucking reason whatsoever. And that is obviously unacceptable for people who do want America to wage war with China. Would you go to Taiwan? I feel like you'd enjoy it a lot. Yes, I would. I have family from Taiwan. Like I have literal family members that are from Taiwan, some of which who live and work in Shenzhen. I've talked about this before. It's kind of funny that people are always confused. When I say I'm like white Chinese, I say it as a joke. But like I do have Chinese family members from Taiwan. And not only that, but also my mother's side, like their last name is literally Uyghur. So you're partly Chinese then? No, it's not like they're not blood relatives, they're relative by marriage. Don't forget your Mexican side. Well, I'm Flexican by way of being Turkish because Turks are Mexican. Was your last name also Uyghur? No idea how to spell that before your father changed it? No, on my mother's side. On my mother's side, my mother's family's last name is Uyghur. Cenk, my uncle, my mother's brother, his last name is Uyghur. Uyghur. Don't send me the Chomsky. Stop sending me the Chomsky, the private jet, Jeffrey Epstein thing, okay? Stop sending me fucking, what the hell is this? What the hell are you guys doing? What is this, brother? What is happening? This is out of control. Stop it. Enough. AI needs to stop, okay? AI needs to stop. Unedited images. Brother, Kirkification has taken root in this community, and that's fine, but like, don't Kirkify me. Don't Epsteinify me. Don't Trumpify me with the Kirkification. Yeah, your fans versus Maya fans. Why are you inviting a known Epstein associate on stream? Stop. Hold on. Let me text Brace real quick, see if he's down. Yeah. That's not Brace Belden, okay? Yes, the Trump administration will not be releasing the full files today. The bottom line, Trump admin is missing today's legal deadline to release the Epstein files. Blanche says many will be released on a rolling basis over the next couple of weeks. Curious what percentage of total files, several thousands, is. Obviously, they're going to be fucking thwarting all of this stuff. They're drip feeding it to the best of their ability, but I think that's going to be worse overall. My controversial opinion is if you drip feed the Epstein files slowly but surely, then you literally feed into people's interest. You just keep it in the news cycle for longer. If you did one big batch and then you forced a lot of news outlets to just basically go through it and comb through it to the best of their ability and like make the news cycle, that's probably a smarter way to go about it. If it's going to happen, no matter what, the best possible thing to do is dump it, eat it, and then just wait, right? You dump it, you eat it, and then you wait. Except in this circumstance, I think the reason why they don't want to dump it, eat it, and then wait, I suspect it's because they couldn't comb through it fast enough. That's only true if there isn't a lethal bullet in the big batch, something truly obliterating the Trump or others. No, I think the reason why they're not doing that and the reason why they're taking their sweet ass time with it, even though it's actually not advantageous for their desire, for their highest priority being, have the Jeffrey Epstein thing go away, is because I suspect that there is a lot of stuff in there. Like, it is tremendously damaging for Donald Trump, I think. And not just for Donald Trump, but for the entire system. I think that there's still a priority here to preserve Trump's, personal feelings, to make sure that he's not too implicated. But also on top of that, I think that there are a lot of, big donors, financial elite, very powerful people that are directly associated with Jeffrey Epstein, as we know. And they're just trying to comb through it to the best of their ability and just like chop through it. There's so much info. I suspect that there's a lot of info on there that's bad for Israel, bad for Donald Trump, and bad for the super wealthy. And that's the reason why they're taking their sweet ass time with this, because it actually is not good for them. It's bad for them to continue drip feeding information. Fuck Trump, bro. The big guy is fucking Bill Gates and the AI bubble shit. They will take their time until the bubble explodes, and then we will see the Bill Gates inside a little one. Wait, what? From what we have seen so far, every single super wealthy person has been connected to Jeffrey Epstein in a meaningful fashion, and over again. And they've done it in broad daylight. They've done it in a way that is silly to the average person. Why is it bad for Israel? Why would it be bad for Israel? Jeffrey Epstein was directly working with the nation state of Israel. Jeffrey Epstein played the role of a middleman for the Israeli government on numerous occasions all around the world. Jeffrey Epstein was directly connected to the region with, had a Saudi passport, had a lot of clients in the UAE, and those Gulf countries are basically ways in which, I mean, those countries are how someone who lives in the United States of America would connect to Israel without directly connecting to Israel, except Jeffrey Epstein was also directly connected to Israel. He literally had an Israeli Mossad spy stay in his house over an extended period of time while he was, he was in the United States of America. And also, last but not least, Jeffrey Epstein had Ehud Barak visit him frequently. Now, there's also more information that's come out here as well. This is basically this is, I mean, I don't know what more you need to see here. Unfortunately, you don't really get to hear about this. You don't get to hear about this too much in mainstream news, and there's a reason for it. Mainstream media rarely ever entertains this connection. Yeah, libs will call Trump a Russian agent, but they will never call Trump an Israeli agent, right? Libs will call Trump a Russian agent, and there is enough connection between at least Trump's campaign in 2016 and, like, Russia. There was enough to invite scrutiny. There was enough there for there to be an investigation, right? I mean, they literally talked about it publicly. There is far more evidence connecting Jeffrey Epstein to the state of Israel, and there's also a lot more evidence connecting Trump to the state of Israel as well, but nobody gives a shit because Israel is not treated in the eyes of mainstream media as a foreign entity, but simply an extension of the United States of America. In any case, that is the piece of the puzzle that you rarely ever hear in mainstream news. You only hear it from like DropSite, Democracy Now!, independent news outlets cover that connection, but nobody else does for some weird reason. You rarely ever hear that from the New York fucking Times, for example. Very frustrating. Does this mean Jeffrey was basically a CIA associate, if not part of the network directly? Yeah, my position on this has always been that he's worked for both of these agencies. You can't operate as a Mossad agent and a Mossad agent alone on U.S. soil with this level of deep connection to American financial elite without also being a part of also being a CIA asset as well. Also, there are plenty of people who have worked both for the CIA and also for Mossad. Benjamin Netanyahu comes to mind, right? You have no proof? Wait, what do you mean? Yes, I only have 7 million emails where Jeffrey Epstein and the former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Barak, are talking about selling Israeli surveillance technology to fucking Mongolia or some shit. Yeah, the only proof I have is Jeffrey Epstein being like, I love selling Israeli spyware to America's allies. It's my favorite thing to do. Prime Minister of Israel, don't you also love it when I do that? Just normal circumstantial evidence, a total coincidence. Hey, how did your meeting with Larry Ellison go or David Ellison go? Oh, it went great. I was actually vetting Marco Rubio to make sure he is sufficiently pro-Israel. And guess what? He's a major dick rider of the state of Israel, so he's good in our book. Now I'm going to give him $700 million. Just normal conversations, like stuff like that. There's just a thing that happens all the time. Yeah. Also, here is 68 photos that we took in our beautiful tea ceremony that we did together. Here's another 115 photos we took at this other event called the Super Wealthy Gala. Nothing to see here. Ghislaine Maxwell's dad was Mossad too, right? You just didn't mention that specifically. Yes. There was already a lot of evidence tying Jeffrey Epstein to Israel in very meaningful ways. But in this last year, all of those suspicions have basically turned into confirmations, except they don't really talk about it that much.